Hi and welcome to Win Team. I'm glad that you just started your journey with us, and I'm sure it's a very exciting journey. So what we have in store here, it's going to help you propel your business to the next level and possibly even change your life as how Janice has changed mine. All right, so welcome. My name is Winston. I'm the Diamond Director of Win Team, and I'm glad that you are here with me on this video. Okay, it's going to be a short video, and I don't want to overload you too much. But I just want to share with you what you need to do to get started with this business right away, okay? So I've built the business so far. As of the video right now, right now my business is past 30 million US dollars, and my aim is to make sure that you are able to do the same thing as well, okay? So I mean, there's a saying: if you want to learn how to drive a car, you learn from someone who knows how to drive a car, right? You want to learn how to build a multi-million-dollar business, you don't go to MBA school to take an MBA from a professor who has never built $1 million business to learn from the professor, right? You learn from someone who already has built $1 million business, and just ask the person to teach you. And I'm here to teach you how to get started in this. Okay, so we're going to scale. Everything starts from small. Okay, but just the seed that we're going to start today is going to blossom into something huge. So hopefully in just 2 years you'll be able to accomplish the same as what I did in they have accomplished 2 years across $30 million US business, expanded in well over 29,000 web stores under me in 50 countries. And well, I go for holiday every 2 months now, okay? And most of the holidays are free, paid by Janice, plus a weekly income of 40 to 80,000. So this is something that I hope that it will be something for you in your future. And I'm very sure if you actually follow exactly what I share with you to heart, it's going to happen to you. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, now the first thing we do is we're going to talk about some values that we have, because the values define you. All right, so values are what we believe that actually allow this business to succeed. All right, so if you believe in quick money, you do things that are illegal, you do things that, so values are very important. Okay, so how do we run this business now? Unlike the corporate structure, okay, we run this business. The first thing is we run it like a family. That's right, like family. So we treat you like family. So welcome to my family, you know. And in family, we treat each other with respect, with love, and we support. Okay. So the first thing you need to know is get to know your family member. Okay, especially the 3 leaders above you. So your sponsor and your sponsor's sponsor or your sponsor's leader above them, who's a Sapphire and or Ruby Director and above. Okay. So at least you must know 3 active leaders above you. All right, get their contact number. If you don't know, please go to your sponsor and ask your sponsor what is the number, and do it right now. And if you need to pause the video right now, because they are your support pillars, right? And you need them to support you in the business. So this business is not a lonely business. All right, just to let you know, when you have joined, your support pillars above you earn nothing from you. Okay, they don't even earn $35. But if you get an ambassador package, they only get 500 points. They don't even get a single cent. So, but what they do, and the culture of Win Team, is we give first before we receive. So your leaders are there to help you. In case you can't contact a sponsor, you can contact your 2 other leaders. So if you can right now, first step is pause the video right now, and then you know, go and check your sponsor and get a sponsor to do a 3-way call right now. All right, to introduce you to at least 2 other leaders above you. All right, if you can, just do it right now. Okay, okay. So I believe that you're back right now. Okay. So the second thing is, so once you have the 5 support pillars, another thing is ask your leaders, your sponsor, to add you into a WhatsApp group. You probably will have a group chat. All right. Why you want to be in a WhatsApp group? Okay, it's not for you to chat and be noisy and to keeping you up awake. No, it's so that you can see, because we have a culture where when in the chat group we update on not just the latest news, we are all sharing the problems. So people ask problems, you get to learn, and when you can ask questions, because of the number of people that are inside the chat group, they can actually answer your questions in real time. All right. So this business has a lot to do with teamwork. So the first thing is get yourself into a WhatsApp group, and then that's where you can ask questions anytime you want and leverage on the group and get to know other people that are in this business from different backgrounds, so you understand where they're coming from. Okay, that's first thing. Second thing is you need to get yourself registered into our Facebook private group. This is a private group, and you can there are links at the bottom here, okay, of the video that you can see. 2 links. In fact, one link is the Win Business Group. So that's where we update not just the latest promotion and happening in the company. We also update on strategies, all right, from me to the rest of the team. So that's where the Win business is. Now, Win products is where you can hear and hear stories of people who have actually benefited greatly from products. Okay, so that's where you collect testimonials. Now, if you want to build your faith in this business, you want to read about people's success, that's Win business, all right? So if you want to read about people's success in the product, like Win, you read Win products, because all the testimonials are contributed by our Genes members. So when all those that are contributed, you can actually share it with your friends and family members, all right? So you don't have to talk just their testimonials, you can just share with them, all right? And some of them are very personal, so you can actually share with them as well. So get yourself into this business group right now, okay? So we're going step by step, so go do it right now, okay? I'm going to just pause the video and we'll continue when you do that, all right? All right, next values that we have is integrity. It's very important. I mean, if you lie to people one time, it has a long-term repercussion, okay? So integrity is very important in this business, all right? So be sincere with people. Always be sincere. This business is very important, because if this is something real, you know, if you really want to get a friend on board, just tell them, no, that I would like to get you on board, but all those will come later, okay? Integrity is very important with yourself and others. So you have to be, you need to have integrity yourself. So the only way to succeed in this business is first, not just integrity out there. The first step is actually integrity with yourself, you know. So you're going to know how much you really want to achieve in this business. You're going to have integrity, because if you don't know where you want to go, most probably you won't get there, all right? So I mean, if you say I want to go to somewhere, anywhere, you know, the further the better, all right? If people ask me how much, sometimes I ask people, how much do you want to make in Genes? Well, the more the better. So it's like asking someone, where do you want to travel? The further the better. So further is how far and where? You don't know, right? At least you have some yardstick, you know. You say, no, maybe I'd like to go Bali first. All right, so at least you can plan your trip, okay? So first step is to know, to have integrity of self, to know what you really want, all right? And I'm just going to tell you what it takes to succeed in this business. Another one is integrity in terms of delivering value. And I always believe that the way you communicate is very important. This business, what I feel is that whenever you do any business, always believe in providing value. That whenever you make $1 from anyone, make sure you know that the value you deliver is more than that, at least 10 to 1,000 times more than what you have actually given to them. All right. So if you have this mindset, then you never think that you're making money off people. Right? So if every dollar that you make sure that that $1 that the person spent, the person gets at least 10 to 1,000 times returns. So this business model actually allows us to do that. All right. So as you journey in the business, you realize how that is being done. But that's one thing. Okay. Always feel that if you get $1 from person, make sure you deliver more than that. That's very important in business to last long term. Okay. Second, I want to talk about business success in terms of commitment. You're going to have integrity in yourself. You're going to have commitment. Okay, and a lot of people have not the right idea about commitment. So I'm going to share with you what exactly is commitment. Okay, now imagine now you are married with your husband or your wife. Okay, you have a husband or your wife. At the marriage, when you're about to sign the papers to dedicate each other for life, your partner turns to you and say, you know what, I'm going to be only committed to you for 70% of the time. So how will you feel if your partner tells you, I'm only committed to you 70%? I mean, you would be like, man, what, 30% you will run away with someone else, all right? How about 80%? Will that be enough? How about 90%? How about 95%? How about even 99%? Even if you tell me that you're only committed to me 99%, boy, I will not marry you, okay? Because I don't know what that 1% is, all right? I'm in this for a long time. I'm giving my life, I'm giving my all to you, and you're telling me that you only committed to me 99%. So in the marriage, for marriage to be successful, you need to have 100% commitment. That means, commitment means that no matter how bad things are, you guys promise to work it out. Okay, that's commitment. Okay, you can never have success if you tell yourself, I'm only committed to this business 99%. Okay, and commitment doesn't mean that in business doesn't mean that you will spend 24 hours. Like you don't spend 24 hours with your wife, right? You don't, right? Doesn't mean you have to spend. It means that you just don't give up. Just that you will work it through. It doesn't have to be the hours. I mean, if you are doing this for the first time and you have a busy schedule or a job or something, you can start committing yourself and say, you know what, I think I'm going to spend just 2 hours a day in the business to get started. But I told myself I'm committed to it. That means in the 2 hours, I want to make sure that I do my business properly, responsibly, like in a job. I mean, if you work in a job before, you have commitment, right, to your boss. When you say you are 100% committed to your job, you don't work 28 hours, right? You just commit to your job that during that working time, then you commit yourself to be working your job. Now, but in this business, all right, you are 100% committing to your own business, all right, that will make you pay more than your job. We all know that job has a ceiling. Now, this genetics business, there is no ceiling. That's the good news. Okay, you're doing this for yourself. So it cannot be that you're working so hard for someone who your place will never increase, all right, pay for someone, making someone richer, and yet you're not even investing in your own future. Think about it, okay? So invest in your own future, okay? So first of all, you don't have to start a lot first. You can start small, because a lot of times when you first start in business, you have no experience, so you may not be able to start making money first. And if you have a family to feed, I understand, all right? Unless you have 6 months, like me, I got 6 months enough cash, I stashed away enough for my family for 6 months. I decided I was going to dedicate full time into this 6 months. And of course, a lot of people ask me, how much can I make in this business? Well, it depends on how much time you are willing to commit. Well, of course, the more time you commit, the more customers you can meet, the more people you can meet, the more time you can do online marketing, the more you can spread the message, of course, the more you make, right? So it's perfect common sense. So it's very important that you decide how much commitment that you want to put aside, and that's very important in this business, all right, commitment. And next thing is set yourself a committed time. So what you need to do is think through yourself, give yourself like a job. Okay, you're going to start this business to be successful, right? The first thing you need to do is treat this like a job first. Okay, so if you say, I'm going to commit to doing GNS 2 hours a day, no matter how difficult, I'm going to find a way to make it through, but I will work it in these 2 hours. So keep your 2 hours. So right now, just take your time. You can pause right now. Ask yourself how much time you would like to commit yourself to doing this business. You can start small and expand it later on. You can do in a job you have a three months probation, right? Or 6 months probation. You give yourself and say, you know what, I'm going to commit yourself 2 hours every day and weekends, 7 days a week, and I'm going to do that for the next 3 months. Okay, and then after that I'll review and see how it works. Just like you promised your boss, say, I will commit to you during my working hours for 3 months. Okay, that's the first thing you need to do, commitment. Okay, 3 months, you stick through it, and no matter what problems you solve, just ask. The answer is always out there, all right? Or if not, you can leave the questions below at the bottom. Most of my training, at the bottom, there's a forum, all right? Or there's a group chat, a chat that you can ask questions, all right? And a lot of people will be there to help, especially me. So there is no problems that you cannot solve. Just trust me on this, okay? In this business, no problem you cannot solve. All right, just trust me on this. Okay, so first of all, commitment. So right now, take the time now to just pause the video, and then write down on a piece of paper, or write down, fill up the form that you have right now as you watch this video. Right at the bottom, there is a form, and write down the hours that you're willing to commit yourself to this business. All right, just write it down, as well as just let you know that when you're committed, I believe you're also, if you're working a job, I believe you also have someone with a sense of responsibility. So to be successful in anything, right, you also must work your business with a sense of responsibility. That means when you make this succeed, know that you're doing this for your family, just like your job. The only thing that your job can't feed your family whole life. This can. Once you build this properly, you can pass it down to your children and your children's children. It's the only thing you could build that will never let you go bankrupt, and you can leave a legacy for your children, okay, of passive income, give them a better life, let them fulfill the dreams, as well as fulfill your own dreams for you and your family. All right, me, because of this business now, I can pay car cash. I bought 3 cars, I pay all cash, and I can bless my mother a car, I can bless my mother-in-law a car, and my family a car. And I'm debt free. So that's what this business can, and I truly pray that as you watch this video, I sincerely pray that this will happen for you too. I sincerely pray, okay? So when you commit yourself, tell yourself during your committed time, as a person who's responsible, when you work at a job, you don't like during your working hours, you sneak out, go and do things that are nonsense like chat and everything, So in your business, you're going to have a strong sense of responsibility. If you are someone who's responsible, if you agree, during the hours that you put in, 2 hours, you make sure you put in productive work that are only productive, okay? The 2 hours commitment time is not time for you to study and learn, Learning is out of the 2 hours. The 2 hours is where you execute the business, all right? It's either you're out there learning, you're out there marketing. No, learning is outside the 2 hours, okay? The 2 hours is the doing, the productive work. Okay, so you want to be committed to doing productive work. Either you are doing something with marketing your business, or you are training and building your team. Just two things, very simple. I mean, if I could do a job description for Jeunesse, well, your job is to share stories, success stories of people who have succeeded in business, and share success stories of people who have good experience with the products, and teach people that want to become your business partner to do the same two things. All right, and then, well, you know, meet up with your family, your leaders regularly to eat together and, you know, just to hang out. And fourth, attend all events together with your group, your team. All right, that's all it takes. Okay, this is your job scope. That's it. Okay, very simple. 5 things only. Okay, first is what? Right, share stories of success stories about the business. Share success stories about the products. Teach people how to share success of the stories and the products. Regularly meet up with your group members to leverage on them to listen to their stories and to listen to how they overcome their problems, because you who's starting out, you probably will face the problems that they face too. So, and then all events, please attend together with your group. It's very important to attend all these events. These events are not there to just feel good. You're there to learn how other people have succeeded as well. So just these 5 steps, that's your job description. Your salary, unlimited. You heard me on that. Yes, your salary is unlimited. That's your job scope, okay? So make sure you tell yourself how much time you're willing to dedicate for this business outside of your learning hours, right? Just doing productive work. Write it down, fill out the form, and then it will get you there. Okay, that's first thing. Next thing, okay? So once you fill out the form ready, pause it right now and just do it right now before you go to the next step. Okay, so another thing is that throughout this training online, all right, you may be from different parts of the world. That's okay. All right, we are one family. All right. So inside this website, there will be other trainings that will teach you how to get retail customers. You know, how to get business partners, and different ways to do it on internet marketing as well as offline marketing, creating events, how to strategize, you know, compensation plan, all the products, videos, the details of the products, the FAQ about the products, well, the testimonials of the products, everything can be found on this Green Team website. Okay, just take your time to browse through. So I don't want to overload you too many things. It's just like when you get, if you have ever learned driving before, the first time you drive, or even learn swimming for the first time, I tell you, you know, in swimming, first of all, you need to learn to lift your head up, you need to have the strokes, you need to kick your leg. You know, if I tell you all these things, and like, you know, you're just starting to learn how to drive, I tell you how to, you need to blind spot, you got to check the back, you got to turn the clutch, press the clutch, change the gear, and let go, and turn the steering wheel. If I tell you like 10 of these things that you have to do all at the same time, and you never learned driving before, you will be like, hey, slow down, okay? And you'll be so overloaded with information that you don't even start at all, because you don't know which one to start. There's too many options, right? So having too many options is bad, okay? So in this business, simplify, make it very easy. This is the first step, okay? Then there is a link at the bottom. Once you fill up you do the first step here, your commitment, your WhatsApp group, contact your family members already. The next step is to press next button. Okay, so I'm going to share with you how learning works. Okay, it's very important that if you want to achieve success fast, which I believe you do want, so that you can achieve financial freedom faster. Okay, so we have an action-oriented learning culture. What do I mean by that? If you do attend any of my video class that teaches you how to run the business, I expect, right, that you should immediately apply it. So if you're going to watch it and you're not going to apply it, don't watch it. Okay, because I have a system to track that will auto stop you from watching that video if you don't apply what you're going to learn. Okay, let me explain to you why I did that, why I do that, and why you must understand how you do that. Okay, to do that, I will share with you a simple story about an experiment that was being done on people, how people learn. Okay, so they had people who are 40s and 20s who did the experiment, and they got both of them who never learned driving before to learn how to drive. So their experiment was to test whether older people, is it true that people in their 40s learn slower than people in their 20s? So they got both of them to learn driving. And true enough, you know, after several months of experiment, okay, they found that people in their 40s took at least around 40 lessons to pass their exam, to pass the driving. And people in their 20s passed the driving in like 20 lessons. So they thought that they concluded that maybe the 40s are older and they learn slower than the 20s. But upon hindsight, upon looking deeper, they found that the 40s, why they took such a long time, also because The 40s are working professionals, so they can't actually go for driving every day, unlike the 20s who are free. So they go, those 20s, they go for driving twice a week lesson, okay? But those in their 40s, all right, they go for lessons like once a week, once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, because they have families, have commitment, they're not really committed to their driving because the family is more important and job more important. So then they try to switch this experiment right now. So they kept the 20s, all right, the 20s who took 20 lessons to learn, right? What they did was they thought that if they shorten the lifespan of learning, that means from the person learning driving, the practical session on the spot, they have to go in, all right, they have to shorten the learning. So what they did was they take these 40s because they took a long time to finish the course because it took 40 lessons spread over many months. So instead of doing that, they take the new batch of 40s people in their 40s, and they got them to what they got them to do is they got them to go pay them a salary to learn driving. So every one of them had to compress their learning and drive twice a day. So morning one time, evening one time, morning one day, evening one time, within 2 weeks. And they found that a lot of them managed to pass the driving lesson for the first time within just 15 and 14 lessons, which is lesser than the people in the 20s. The 20s took 20 lessons. So they were very curious, why? How come the people in the 40s can learn faster than in 20s and shorter and lesser lessons? What they found out was because of the compression in terms of learning the lesson. Okay, so this is what they found out. They found out that in your brain, okay, if you learn something new, okay, they found the maximum, even if you could focus, like right now, if you're listening to what I'm saying to you right now in this video, you probably only remember 20% if you were focusing and you were not texting, you were not doing anything else, but focusing on listening to every word I have to say, okay? You could only remember 20%. Don't believe? After you watch this video, try to recall what I'm trying to say, okay? If you focus, you only receive 20%. That's why you need to listen to this audio at least 5 times. So when you learn any skill for the first time, especially theory, you only remember 20%, okay? 20%. So if you don't immediately apply, that's what they found out. That's why the 40s took 40 lessons in the beginning, because when they took a lesson, what they found out about our brain is that our brain has limited capacity, okay? And it will auto-erase information that you learn, new information that you learn, if you don't need to use it or recall, physically use it, mentally use it within the next 24 hours. It will have a reducing rate of 10%. So even if you're very focused on what you listen to my video today and you don't do it practical, every day that you don't do it, you're losing 10% of whatever you just learned today. All right. So that's the reason why sometimes when you have a list of items, that grocery items, let's say I give you like 12 items that you have to buy, today you can remember you and buy. But because the next few days you don't have to recall that list. By the 1 week, if I ask you, a week ago, what was the item that you bought? You probably will not remember. Right? This is the proof. So the learning time between getting the lesson and applying it has to be as close as within 24 hours. Because if you don't learn something, you don't apply within 24 hours, you just lost 10% or whatever that you can even remember. Okay? So imagine you learn a lesson, you only max, you can learn 20%. So if you don't recall it and use it, that 20% will reduce 10% every day. So by the end of 10 days, you don't remember anything at all. You might as well don't attend the lesson at all, and you probably just wasted your time. All right? So it's very important that whatever thing that you learn, you must immediately apply. Right? I'll try to have the video to let you know how much time it takes for the video to play, so that you can learning time, and how much it takes for application time. So at least you know how to set aside time to apply it before you watch the video. Okay, so I made it very easy for you. So when you learn, this is the fastest way to learn. Learn anything immediately. That's why if you've written any other books and things that learn something, if you don't immediately apply, you just wasted your hours. Okay, so I'm helping you to be productive. I believe you do want to live a productive life, and you want your business to be productive and your life to be productive, right? So that's how you should do it. Okay, action oriented. Okay, so if not, I welcome you on board. So go down to step 2 right now if you have completed all the things that I've told you to do, and I'll see you in the next few videos. All right, take care.